So I'm back here doing my reaction, prediction, and just complete utter take from the last episode of Snowfall. Another great episode. Wasn't as action packed as the previous episodes in the season. Seeing as though nobody actually got kidnapped this episode, nobody got killed this episode, ain't no deception go on in this episode. But in this episode, they gave us a lot of clarity to two different scenarios. I'm gonna touch on that. They also opened up a door for other scenarios, and they opened up a lot of different avenues for this story to really go on. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start off with, of course, my big take. Then I'm gonna speak on the clarity of the two scenarios that they gave clarity on, and my bold prediction, of course, for the rest of the season. Okay. Now, my big take from the last episode of Snowfall was that Franklin is trying to appease everybody and make everybody in his organization happy, but it's not working. To me, it just seems like besides Franklin and his uncle, the money and the kind of the popularity that they're getting is changing folks a little bit and shit. You feel what I'm saying? And it just seems like no matter what Franklin do, no matter how hard he try, it's never going to be enough for a lot of the people that's around him. There's always a reason to be mad. It's always a reason to be upset. It's always a reason to not be in the crib cooking up the work, but y'all want to take the money that he giving, like the money that y'all making off of it. So it's like, I don't know. In my opinion, Franklin probably gonna have to hire some people, because like it's like hiring your family. Motherfuckers feel as though they obligated to bullshit around, and it's like, no, motherfucker, it's the complete opposite of that. Get the fuck to work. Now, they cleared up two scenarios in the last episode. The first scenario that they cleared up was one that I spoke on last week, in which I didn't know if Franklin's aunt was really feeling the club owner or if she was just buttering her up to make it easier for Franklin to take the club from her. They cleared that up, and I didn't know what the intentions were with Pedro and his girlfriend towards Lucia. You feel what I'm saying? They cleared both of them up. Let me speak on the first one. For the aunt to go from in the first season, when Franklin first asked her to go sleep with the club owner, to say, do you know this bitch, and if I do this I want her club and all that, to now saying I don't want to deal with your uncle anymore, and I don't want to deal with your business anymore. That's a total 180, and in my opinion, I don't know where that shit came from. You feel what I'm saying? I know she was cooking a lot, but at the same time, if you would have went to Franklin, he would have gave you any amount of money you ever wanted. And then the situation with Lucia and Pedro's girlfriend is a cop, y'all. Y'all heard me right. Pedro's girlfriend is a fucking cop. The bitch is a fucking fed, bruh. She set up the whole fucking immigration thing for the immigration cops coming in there and fucking shit up. The bitch got some type of weight to pull. She is a fucking fed. Now, the only question is, does Pedro know? And if he doesn't know, when he finds out, is he gonna be able to solve that problem? I don't think he is. This is my bold prediction. She knows how Pedro feels about her. She knows that Pedro isn't that person that's gonna go out and handle it like the way he should. I think she's gonna manipulate Pedro into setting up his cousin, because he already know that his cousin killed his pop. And Gustavo is gonna end up putting Pedro in the fucking dirt. That's my bold prediction. Now, in my opinion, the last episode, they set us up for a very climactic ending, seeing as though Franklin came down and gave every last one of his workers and soldiers a strap. I feel as though that's going to have an impact, because you already know if you giving 20 motherfuckers guns, at least half of the motherfuckers going to do some dumb shit with them guns. I don't care what the uncle said, because the uncle laid the law down and said if y'all fuck up, y'all getting stomped out and y'all getting kicked out the organization. But niggas ain't gonna be trying to hear that. Niggas is gonna have an excuse for why they do the dumb shit that they about to do. I feel as though it's gonna create a lot of violence in this motherfucker in this second half of the season, and it's gonna be a very climactic ending. As far as Franklin goes in his business, he's gonna have to start hiring people and trusting others with his business, because the people that he have right now, they're leaving it all to him, and that shit ain't cool. He the one that gotta go and pick the drugs up. He the one that gotta cook it. He the one that gotta chop it. Like, goddamn, y'all want him to sell it too? So, in conclusion, another great episode of Snowfall. How would my bro Raw say? It was more like the paperwork episode. It was still action-packed though, because, like I said, it clarified a lot of situations. It showed that Franklin's aunt is really done with the whole organization that Franklin built. She's done with his uncle. She's done with that whole thing, and she's really feeling the club owner. They clarified what Pedro's girlfriend role is in this whole thing. She's a fucking fed. You had Franklin come down and get a straps to all his soldiers and all that. So, but even though it was a paperwork episode, it was still a lot of information that was given to us, and there was a lot of clarity shown in this episode. I can't wait for the next episode. Let me know what y'all thought about this past episode. What was y'all big take? What y'all think about the aunt? What y'all think about Pedro's girlfriend? What y'all think about all this? Y'all know what it is. Mizzy World.